Hello, everybody. Welcome to what is this? Treasure Hunt.
Treasure Hunt 10.
Treasure Hunt
It's the
10
10th edition.
10th edition. Our what? It's a decade of decade of tournament. Yes, and 10th tournament and the first tournament of the year
Yeah,
on
correct.
the first weekend. We are kicking the year off right, and right now I'm joined by Ken this year, right? So Ken,
Alright, yes.
fresh start to the year. How are you feeling?
I think it's going to be an exciting day, right? Regulation F. We have
Correct.
18 players today. A lot of different new techs that are coming in. I went through the teams. I think everybody brought a very decent, very strong looking team. I think
Definitely.
they want to start the new year off.
Right, let's start off
with a good
strong,
Exactly.
having the good momentum.
I'm
right.
happy that I'm not playing today. Actually,
No, you're scouting today.
Oh,
Right, you're
scouting
learning
today.
the meta,
Indeed.
right? Learning the meta.
Indeed. All right. Okay. So we're going into. So we had some logistical issues.
Yeah.
So we are currently in round 2, and we already played off. Brian and Chien will be playing off. And I think the first round has already. They finished their first set. I'm not sure who won, but
Okay, we will find out.
yeah, we'll find out later
Yeah.
on.
So right, I think with Regulation F, all the DLC mons are in the game right now, and then of which right is all the Paradox mons, right? The new Paradox mon being the Paradox Rifle, Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, Ente, and the Iron Boulder, Iron Leaves, right?
Yeah.
And Brian and Chien is bringing the Raging Bolt here,
Yep.
to show us what it can do, right? So Brian is running a Trick Room centric team with the Asuruna, Raging Bolt, Rillaboom, Furry Giraffe, Fluttermane, and the Chiyu.
Yeah, I think the Raging Bull is like kind of like a popular pick for this meta. So out of looking at all
Currently,
the,
right, yeah.
looking at all the new Paradox Pokemon, Raging Bull has been the usage has been
The highest
Really?
among the Paradox, the
Yep.
new additions.
yeah, and I think Chien's side, he's bringing the Raging Bolt, Landorus Incarnate, Incineroar, Porygon 2, Fluttermane, Ogre Wellspring. I think from my perspective, Incineroar, Porygon 2, these are very old mons
Yeah,
that, you
very
know.
classic
Yeah,
VGC
correct.
mons,
Exactly.
known for their bulk and known for their versatility they can provide, right? So Brian leading with a very offensive lead here with Fluttermane and Chiyu, while Chien is leading with the more good stuff with the Incineroar and the Ogre Wellspring.
I think this is a very tricky situation where kind of like Fluttermane, his focus instance activates and the speed goes up, but he's already kind of by her fastest mon on the field. Whereas there's always the threat of Incineroar doing a fake out into the Chiyu slot, and of course the Ogre Wellspring being able to Terra to
Correct.
plus special
Special
defense to take any of the hits. So I think it's going to be a very both players have their own complex situation to deal with. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this turns out.
Definitely, right? It's like Brian also has to take into account that Chiyu is actually very weak against the Ogre Wellspring, and even arguably the Incineroar, as Chiyu, both of them being the same typing, right? Chiyu can't really touch Incineroar at all.
Yeah, that's true. As well as the item on the Chiyu is going to be choice spec, so whatever move that he locks into this turn is probably going to be, what he has to continue on
Have to
with.
commit
Yeah.
to, definitely. So we see the Terra coming out here from Brian's side, and then it's the Fluttermane going into the Terra Fairy here, which means if Chien were to fake out into that slot, it will
Oh,
be
don't you think
affected.
that's an over?
Yeah,
that's a very
wow.
over prediction. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be very
Starting
surprised.
the manly man plays of the year.
Indeed. Alright, we see another Terra from Chien's side, which is the Ogre Wellspring. Yeah, because I think staring down 2 special attackers that with the Beats of Ruin going to do huge damage, which I think with the Terra Sterilization allows the Ogre to take it a bit better.
Yeah, with the +1 special defense here. Yeah. So Moonblast does come out here, probably going into the
Into the
Incineroar
Incineroar slot.
Oh,
Alright,
a
that's-
very
that's
decent chunk there, right? But the Berry does come out here, putting it back to above 50%.
Yeah, I think what we want to know here is that the fake out didn't come out from the Incineroar. The first move that went off was from the Fluttermane slot.
Yep.
And then Chiyu going into the overheat into the Incineroar.
But
So-
sadly not enough.
Yeah, and upon he gets a free IV Cudgel into any of the slot that he prefer to.
Yep.
And that goes into the Chiyu, which
very
that's
clean.
obviously KO.
And I don't think that actually affects Brian that badly. After the overheat, -2 special defense, right? Chiyu can't really do much anymore. As
Oh,
the
but now
damage
we're seeing a parting shot coming
Ah.
in into the Fluttermane, which is actually going to be putting Brian in a very tricky situation.
Yeah, further nerfing the special attack that it currently has.
Yeah, with Olapon in +1 to special defense, that's going to be a very tough situation for Brian to get out of.
Yeah.
So looking at the scoreboard, Chien looks like
Chien won the first
round.
game. Yep. So actually, Brian is coming from here on the back foot here, right? And in Incarnate Landorus does hit the field.
I think the Incarnate Renderers currently is also quite a popular pick. I think with the increase of Raging Bolt as well as Gouging
Gouging fire.
Gouging fire.
Yeah,
Okay,
gouging fire.
sorry.
No
Yeah.
problem.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
it's confusing.
yeah, I only know the Japanese names. That's why today I just went to do a revision before I came.
No worries, Ken. Like for the first half of the last year, I was calling Iron Hands the robot Hariyama.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Very good, very good. Yeah, for the paradox Entei. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
with those two being weak to ground type, I think we're seeing an increase in Lander's incarnate form.
Yep, definitely right. So Landerus here does go for the passive play of the protect here. Mitigating any damage that's coming out from the Flutter side. And I assume that the Fairy Giraffe is going for a trick room, setting up for what Brian might have at the back.
But I think now ChienChien side is just trying to prevent Trick Room from going up by just hitting into the Fairy Giraffe slot, which healed all the way up to half health using the Citrus Berry. Trick Room coming up, so meaning to say the speed on Brian's side is likely going to be on Brian's side with Ursaluna.
Yeah. So Barcelona at the back, but is Chien going to give Brian a free switch here? That's the thing, right?
I think
Because now Fluttermane is the slowest thing.
Yeah, I think that's the tricky portion, right? Where Landorus as well as Ogapon is likely going to be faster than Fluttermane. But at the same time, I think with two mons likely going to target into the Fluttermane slot, it's going to be very complicated to even switch in that slot.
Definitely.
Right.
But I think that will you be able to take an Ivy Kaju?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's gone. Right. So the free switch does come in for Brian, and Brian still prime. Another 2 turns, 3 turns of trick room.
Yeah, 3 turns.
3 turns of trick room for him to play around. But of course, ChienChien does have countermeasures in that of protect from the Landorus, and Landorus itself is flying, so it's immune to whatever ground step that Ursaluna.
Yeah, I think the thing we cannot forget is at the back there's still the Incineroar, right?
Ah,
So
right.
I think in this turn, right, if Brian decides to go for the protect and then the Incineroar comes in, it just immediately goes to a -1.
-1.
But at the same time, he's the fastest. Ursaluna is the fastest on the field, so he would want to likely hit into something without the guts boost. But let's see how things goes out. All right. So as predicted, the Incineroar does take the field, doing the Intimidate -1 on the Ursaluna. Not really making much difference to the Fairy Giraffe.
Yep.
And Headlong Rush all the way into the Ogapon.
About close to half damage there, and Psychic Noise double targeting into the Ogre here.
But I think my concern now is that Ogapon gets to move and probably is going to be
And he's gonna kill the Ursaluna, right?
Yeah. Which I think, it's not gonna take that well. Okay, yeah, I guess now it's gonna be very, very hard for Brian to actually come back into Super Giraffe. With Chien having 4 of his monsters.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's
at the back,
no chance
yeah.
anymore. Honestly, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a very tough matchup for Brian here, right? Like, his special attackers couldn't punch through,
Yep.
either
Yep.
Ogapon or Incineroar, right? And his main attackers are fairly weak to the Ivy Carja from the Wellspring Ogapon.
Yeah, I think the first turn where Wellspring Ogapon did Terrastel to kind of like mitigate the damage, I think that was kind of like writing on the wall. It really
is.
very hard to come in. You cannot take any damage from Ogapon as well, right? Because when you try to switch in your Ursaluna,
Wow, it's just dead.
the
Yeah.
best switching was likely to be the Fairy Giraffe, but you
even
take one, then probably not gonna take the other.
then you can't trick room the next time.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah.
So it was really a very it's a tough matchup for Brian here, right?
I agree.
And even if he were to consider his other mons such as the Raging Boat for example, it's also very difficult for him to.
But I guess the Raging Boat does mitigate the Ogapon itself because grass water is all resisted towards the dragon.
It does. However, Raging Boat can't really hit. I mean, unless it Terra, but the plasma special defense is also
Yeah,
good
it's
there.
still quite. Yeah,
So it might have improved the matchup, but it's still an uphill fight there.
definitely. But obviously, congratulations to Chien.
Yeah, good plays from Chien. Calling the special attack in the game 2. Really taking hits very well, swinging the momentum straight into his favor.
Indeed, yes. All right, so we'll see you in the next round, round 3.
Round 3, and see you soon. Better games.
See you
Let's
soon.
go.